And to wrap it all up, on Tuesday, we'll have Egypt versus DR Congo and the Guinea derby between the Equatorial Guinea and the regular Guinea, or Guinea Conakry.
That's an all Guinean affair there. No. Okay, we'll get into all of those games in depth, but we have bills to pay. I talked about Coco Golf, right? And let me just tell you quickly, Arena Sabalenka knocked out of the...
That's not particularly
that was in the semi-final, right? And looked like history repeating itself again as Coco Golf altered Sabalenka's relentless attacking play, broke level in the semi-final after surviving that early onslaught. But
so it's Zheng versus Sabalenka at the final. Anybody could have
Zheng?
Yeah, could anybody have called that?
Man, Zheng has been playing some fine tennis last couple of years. She's young, and maybe this is a year, who knows. But there's another, Diana Yastremska is still in. Yeah, Diana
she lost to Kim Zheng in the semis.
So she's at the final tournament as well.
So it's Zheng versus Sabalenka in the final. I'll be rooting for Sabalenka as usual, but Zheng has the capacity to pull off an upset.
Looks like Sabalenka is finally a proper elite. In women's tennis, she's really a top 2, top 3 player in the WTA right now. Okay, still to come also on the show, Pep Guardiola's hit back at Alexander Čeferin, the UEFA boss, after Man City European ban remark. We'll talk about that as well on the show, and so much more coming your way this evening. Let's pay some bills, and we'll come back to get the rest of the show done. Hey, you're enjoying some fine Young Girl here. It's from way back. Yeah. Remember the Grip Boys? Yeah, Young Girl was really one of my favorites from the Grip Boys, and this is definitely my best.
I'm sure you like Young Girls.
Is that?
Nothing.
You bite yourself.
I tell her this wanna be us. Oh, na sabi Johnny so.
Johnny na correct keke driver.
Now so Johnny enter in keke with him family reach hospital.
As they drop from the keke go,
Johnny collect him pikin Julie from him wife hand.
Now so the family dribble everybody enter reception.
This one shows say the family they work together
as one team.
As them enter,
Johnny begin follow baby Julie dey play. As mama Julie dey fill the form.
Wait oh, it be like she dey ask him something.
Johnny just come a vaccine card from him pocket. Swallow Johnny. This vaccine card wey him carry so na the final pass.
Them don dey carry them go where the nurse them dey oh.
They dey close now oh.
The nurse dey ready the vaccine.
She don dey near them oh.
Johnny dey hold the pikin.
In dey use style take dey follow and play.
The injection don enter.
Baby Julie don collect the vaccine. Johnny don do am. Na so champion dey do.
Show love for the team where sure pass.
Make sure say those wey you love get all the vaccine wey dem need.
First, make sure them show healthcare person when near you their vaccine card.
Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Get ready to ignite your world with the all-new Tecno Spark 20.
That's right! The Spark 20 with its stunning display and powerful features is here to redefine your smartphone experience.
We've also partnered with Google and MTN to bring you even more. With the Spark 20, Google apps and loads of free MTN data, your digital life just got smarter and more connected.
Grab your Tecno Spark 20 today and step into a world where style meets technology.
Tecno, stop at nothing.
Official partner of the Africa Cup of Nations 2023.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Time don't reach oh.
Johnny the keke driver don't land.
This na time where Johnny don't reason for his head tire.
Johnny don't do everything make all of us for see reach this particular time.
We don't focus our eye for waiting up for our front.
We see say Johnny they ready for him eye.
The shot go soon come.
He don't they come.
And he don't enter.
Johnny wife Mori don't collect the COVID-19 vaccine.
Correct move where Johnny make to carry and come for the COVID-19 vaccine.
And you will see the result clear.
Yes, so
now better move be that too because she get belle.
It is very important say she collect the vaccine to avoid serious sickness.
Everybody they jubilate.
We fit see as Johnny family members gather around them and they why.
Show love for the team we show pass.
Make sure say women will get belle,
those we old,
plus those will get serious sickness.
Collect the COVID-19 vaccine.
Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Get ready to ignite your world with the all-new Tecno Spark 20.
That's right, the Spark 20 with its stunning display and powerful features is here to redefine your smartphone experience.
We've also partnered with Google and MTN to bring you even more. With the Spark 20, Google apps and loads of free MTN data, your digital life just got smarter and more connected.
Grab your Tecno Spark 20 today and step into a world where style meets technology.
Tecno, stop at nothing.
Official partner of the Africa Cup of Nations 2023.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's now why anytime when they cook like this, they always season them with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatasheo, shombo, onions. No one know they put. Now it make my pikin them, they always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You summer all your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with no cubes for that to delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Una sabi Johnny so?
Johnny na correct keke driver.
Now so Johnny enter in keke with him family reach hospital.
As they drop from the keke go,
Johnny collect him pikin Julie from him wife hand.
Now so the family dribble everybody enter reception.
This one shows say the family they work together
as one team.
As them enter,
Johnny begin follow baby Julie they play. As mama Julie they fill the form.
Wait oh, it be like she they ask him something.
Johnny just come up vaccine card from him pocket. Johnny. This vaccine card we carry so now the final pass.
Them done they carry them go where the nurse them they oh.
They close now.
The nurse they ready the vaccine.
She don't they need them oh.
Johnny they hold the pikin.
In the use that they follow and play.
The injection don't enter.
Baby Julie don't collect the vaccine. Johnny don't do am. Now so champion they do.
Show love for the team where your pass.
Make sure say those where you love get all the vaccine where they need.
First, make sure them show healthcare person when near you their vaccine card.
And now, all the way from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today, we play the best music. We are the best radio station.
And the rhythm.
Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome back, Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Now let's get in depth into this African fixtures. By the way, just an aside before getting to Africa's showpiece tournament that continues on Saturday. Eric Diamond is Bayern Munich debut yesterday and suddenly developed a German accent in post-match duties. And people were mocking him like guy, you've only spent 3 minutes in Germany. Where did you develop that accent from?
Yeah, well, Eric Dyer is a very European lad. Lots of it's not a typical English that he grew up.
But he does not wake up and develop a German accent, right?
I understand the German part, but he also did not grow up in England whatsoever. He spent a lot of his formative years in Portugal. Came through the ranks in Sporting Lisbon. So I sort of get the European appeal, but again, you don't download the German accent.
I mean, so that threw it back to Steve McLaren, who way back when he was manager of FC Twente in his first game started talking Dutch accent. I mean, this guy is proper English. And they were asking him, where did you develop the Dutch accent from? But it was really good. Shows that he's going to have fun in Germany. And he came on and I think Rafael Guerreiro scored and sealed the win for Bayern in what was a badly tempered game. I saw the Union manager poking his fingers at Narizani.
A ticket busting 1-0 because Bayern's odds were way too small for just a straight win.
1-0,
you
right?
probably go with a combo, a win on over 2 or just a straight over 2.
And this way, Bayern just need to win and win anyhow. Just 1-0. I'm not sure they're playing really well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so they just need to win that game and keep in touch with Bayer Leverkusen, who still remain unbeaten in the Bundesliga. And also earlier today, Italian goalkeeping legend was laid to rest as Gigi Buffon could hold back the tears when he attended Italian icon Gigi Riva's funeral yesterday. That was yesterday, actually. He passed away at the age of 79 on Monday, and 30,000 people gathered in Cagliari to pay their respects to the popular former striker just 2 days later. Fabio Cannavaro, Claudio Ranieri, and Gianfranco Zola also attended the funeral. Gigi Buffon was left in tears as he acted as one of the pallbearers. Very emotional for the Italian legend. All right, let's get back to the AFCON and start with Nigeria, Cameroon, obviously. And Okoyemi, let me get it started with you. It's a game that is deeply, deeply rooted in history. That definitely will rear its head come Saturday night in Abidjan. But on current form, Nigeria should win this. But my problem with Nigeria, Cameroon is you always have to throw away the phone book.
It's a derby. However would you want to look at it, it's a game where
so what kind of derby do we call this one? Because it's not a West African derby.
Derby the Mozu.
But that's sharing.
Derby the history. We are not even sharing border. Okay, yeah, we are actually here from Calabar.
Boko
so
derby?
It's a derby.
Boko derby?
No, don't go there, Wale.
No. Did you hear what I said?
What did you say?
Okay, didn't hear. Move on.
I heard. Or Bakassi Derby. Or maybe the Peninsula Derby.
Anyone.
Either way, so okay, yeah. Much later in the night, by 10 o'clock, yeah.
Boko Derby just sounds
silent summer, yeah. Peninsula Derby also silent summer.
Well, all of them have new jobs, I mean.
Either ways you want to look at it, Wale. I think either you want to win the AFCON, you certainly have to play against teams that are in the tournament already. Either ways you want to look at it. My fear again is that when you have teams that are qualified with the least expected expectations, the coin may always twist when it gets to the knockout stage. The Super Eagles of Nigeria qualified with 7 points. Cameroon literally had to come back from the jaw of defeat. 2 late goals there in that game. We watched the game, one of the games of the tournament so far. In fact, one of the classics of AFCON. You may want to agree with that. So I will get to that point where it becomes a knockout. It could be anybody's game. I heard that since after the game against Guinea-Bissau, the media had not been allowed access to the Super Eagles training. They've been keeping it really close up close and personal. The minister addressed the Super Eagles via Zoom, and he said that the president had not been particularly impressed with the performance of the team. Words have just been out there, and I'm sure the players understand what it means to don the green and white jersey for Nigeria to represent the country. So it's a big game. It's a game that could go either ways. We're also hearing that Vincent Abubakar, the striker for Cameroon, may be fit to play against Super Eagles of Nigeria. So there's just a lot of, it's just like when you play the derby, form sometimes can be thrown out of the window.
Yep.
And like I said, at the knockout stage, there's nothing like let me gamble on this one. If I lose this one, I can win the next game. If I draw this one, I can win the next game. It's a win or bust. It's a win or go on, lose or go home. And I'm sure the Super Eagles of Nigeria are not ready to come home now. So it's a game that has a lot of twists and turns around it. For followers and lovers of both teams, the Nigerian Ghana 2000 would readily ring in the minds of Nigerians, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria lost the final.
We'll finally healed from 2000, right? Emotionally,
I'm not sure we have.
Psychologically,
see, Nigerian Cameroon, the first thing that people will most likely remember the earliest have to be that finals. Even for the Gen Zs, they probably don't understand what happened those times. They would certainly meet all of the memories, the whole reaction after the penalty, and all of the controversy that surrounded it. Games between Nigeria and Cameroon don't come cheap. It doesn't come easy. It's arguably 2 of the most successful countries on the continent, and then they're meeting at this big stage. And if you look at the line, it looks like if we escape Cameroon, if we the round of 8, I think Tunde actually made that tweet earlier in the day. So I feel it's a game the Super Eagles can take, but again, it's not a game you can put your money on. It's not a game you can put your money on, Wally. But I'm going to be patriotic. I'm going to stick on the fact that I think, and I still say, and I stand, and I mean it, that the Super Eagles of Nigeria win this AFCON 2023.
All right, and Sunayong, you've always been of the opinion that we are playing well, but we're just not converting chances. So which means that our strikers have to come up big, our forward guys have to come up big on Saturday night.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
Absolutely, not even a striker. Osimhen, if I call him by name, he has been so far in terms of but when the little one go from 6 the last 4 competitive games between Nigeria, was it World Cup qualifier, Nations Cup qualifier, where we trashed them 4-1.
We beat them in the World Cup qualifier.
Yeah. It was 4-1. We beat them at the AFCON
3-1 or 3-2.
Igalo was on fire in that game. Also it was in the same round.
So it looks like recently we've had the better of Cameroon.
Yeah, recently, and it coincides with Cameroon no longer being as good as they used to be. They are absolutely in one of their worst eras of football. No disrespect.
Can we throw it back to our Cameroon? How good they really were. I mean, a lot of people listening might just don't know how good Cameroon were in the early 2000s. They were a major force in literal sense, and even in the actual sense, in the physical realm. I mean, this was a big, strong,
but they could actually play football. It's
and
not
they
like
could play some good stuff.
They will bully you, but they can actually play too. It's not like they were just
Patrick Mboma,
a team of bullies.
Eto'o wasn't powerful physically, right?
Yeah,
hey,
but give Eto'o the chances, Eto'o will score. And they were led from the back by the current manager,
𝗏𝗏𝗏.
And when you look at goalkeepers as well, they've always had some of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Cameroon, I can say, have a proud football heritage of the early 2000s. Olembe. There was maybe not majorly a big player then for them. Desire Job, who played Middlesbrough in the Premier League at a point in time. You look at their midfield again. I mean, a lot of players. Pius in DFE, big, strong guy who would bully you anytime, any day. But they put it into good use and they were effective. They were a winning machine.
Yeah, absolutely. Their level of dominance in the early 2000s, maybe even stretch it a bit to the late 90s and therefore to the early 2000s. They were so good. They were good enough to wear one of the most horrible jerseys in the Armless, and nobody.
They went to the World Cup.
It was a body hug. That's where they took there.
Yeah, the World Cup in 2002.
Yeah, it was a team of men. It was a team of men that could play football.
All right, so don't forget, if Nigeria do get past Cameroon, we are up against either Angola or Namibia.
Which, in my opinion,
I would like us to take it one game at a time, but the prospect of a semi-final looks tantalizing.
And it should certainly be enough motivation for us to scale the ordeal of Cameroon.
But here's the problem: don't always think ahead. I mean, case in point, 98. We're thinking about Brazil, but we had to take care of Denmark.
And then we got trashed.
And Denmark took care of us. So let's just take it one step at a time. Take on Cameroon. Everything that's happened in the group stage is in the past. The tournament's phase 2 starts, 2.0 starts right now. So I hope that it will be switched on and we can get what is necessary to progress into the quarterfinals. Now, before we take a look at the other fixtures, guys, we're done with the group stages. A couple of days to rest for the players to recharge their batteries. But who has been your player of the group stages? Who's been your best player?
I already told you my own best player of the group stages.
Victor Osimhen, right? Yeah, and I mean, I never took you serious, but looks like you're serious about it. Okwé, what about you? Who's been your player of the group stages?
I don't know. For somebody to be 36,
but has it been a tournament when one player has not really shown?
Yeah, I think that's why the choice. That's why the choice is a bit difficult. But for you to be 36, for you to be playing in the third tier of Spanish football, for you to be playing as a defender in your club, and then coming into the Nations Cup, and then you're shining like a million stars. Not even for the biggest countries coming into the Nations Cup. I think it's going to be very difficult for me to look beyond that player. It's a different conversation. How far 𝗃𝗏 would go in this tournament, it's a different ball game. If they're going to scale through the next round, which I think they should, it's a different ball game. But for 5 goals, I'm not sure if Osimhen had scored 3. I probably would have put Osimhen in the conversation. He's had his chances, 6 big chances he's missed already in this Nations Cup. It's going to be difficult.
All right, so Emilio Swiss, the guys talking about.
It's for me any day, anytime. It's so for me any day, anytime.
Who's be a manager of the group stages?
I'm going to go for Jose Parcero. Funny enough, because and the reason is this: the sticks he got going into the Nations Cup, and then we all admitted that in the game against Ivory Coast, he was arguably the best player on the pitch that day. And the fact that we've not lost any game we've conceded only 1 goal. The fact that 𝗪ᴏᴜ could take that bend and bring in Nwabali to start the first 3 games of the tournament. I said it here that what's his name now? I forgot his name real quick. 𝗍𝗏 is Nigeria's number 1 and number 2. I said it before the tournament, and I'm surprised in our first game we saw Nwabali. The second game Nwabali, the third game Nwabali. Obviously is going to push us as far as we can go in this tournament.
Did you guys see the Get It Raw interview? Who finally said he feels that Nwabali is better than 𝗪ᴜ.
Yeah.
Despite build up to the tournament, he said, "Hey, 𝗪ᴜ is still Nigeria's best goalkeeper." But he's had a change of mind. He said, "Hey, looks like Nwabali."
That was exactly. That's what 𝗪𝗫 said. He said, "Give me a better goalkeeper than 𝗪ᴜ, and I will drop 𝗪ᴜ." Apparently, he saw that Nwabali is more comfortable, more confident, and in between the sticks. And it seems the defenders actually trust him more than 𝗪ᴜ. I see the way they connect. I see the way they communicate with each other.
All right, let's pay some bills. We'll come back. We'll be back with more analysis on the round of 16 fixtures. Ivory Coast versus Senegal is another standout fixture. We'll get into that on the second half of the show, brought to you by 𝗪𝗚. Don't go anywhere.
You define better odd. I be you one play correscos. Over 1.5. I be you one bet. Say both team no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chapurata. We know they feel the show. Oh lo lo, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for 𝗪𝗚. See we money 𝗪𝗚. Cash out today easy for 𝗪𝗚. Games for you to play. Oh God, all I want. Yeah. We get better bonus. And if you know that, yeah. Now 𝗪𝗚 day so. Cash up, no darling, no. Welcome to 𝗪𝗚.
Register now on @𝗪𝗚.ng. Not for people under 18.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Still
You got me craving. Oh no. You got me craving for you. You got me craving. You got me wanting more.
All right, time check 6:32. Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. It's the segment was brought to you by 𝗪𝗚. Now let's get back to the African round of 16 and to the young. Angola, Namibia looks like a boring tie on paper, right? But looks like a 50-50 tie as well, right? But Angola should be slight favorites.
Angola favorites. Angola are one of 9 unbeaten teams left in the AFCON so far. Most people don't realize that they topped their group, which lots of people did not give them a chance to top ahead of Burkina Faso
and Algeria. Yeah.
And they topped that group unbeaten with 2 wins and a draw. So they are definitely no small fry. They are also sort of a more historically African team than Namibia, who are playing their first AFCON knockout round game, and even only just had their first AFCON win this tournament.
I think this is their second last 16 qualification, Angola, because I know they qualified when they hosted in 2010 as well.
Absolutely, I genuinely believe that Angola are going to make light work of Namibia, who even though they started with a good win against Tunisia, sort of pitted off, got trashed by South Africa, and I think they even lost their last game, but they qualified based on the strength of that first win. I think their momentum is not going to be enough to take them beyond Angola.
All right, let me start with you. On Sunday, the All Guinean affair, Equatorial against Guinea, the original Guinea Conakry. Where do you see this swing into?
Yeah, Spanish Guinea versus French Guinea. Obviously, I'm tempted to go towards Equatorial Guinea because of what we've seen them do in the group stages. Guinea, we are in Senegal's group, so
they weren't bad as well.
They weren't bad, but sort of underwhelming. Drew Cameroon, lost to Senegal and beats Gambia. I think was it Gambia that was the top? Yeah. Gambia that was the top team in that group. So even though Guinea are the better team on paper and probably historically, Equatorial Guinea have shown that they don't respect anybody. They have the quality to upset anybody, and the fact that they made it to the quarterfinal last time around, they want to at least match that achievement again. So I'm going to Equatorial Guinea.
All right, I think every tie is finally poised here. Egypt, DR Congo also looks like
there's no tie that I would say
that will give any favorite, any outside favorites.
It's well balanced. I like what.
Even the ones that have favorites are just slightly. Nigeria slight favorites over Cameroon. Angola slight favorites over Namibia.
Egypt slight favorites over DR Congo.
No, I don't know. Probably because of how Egypt are qualified. I'm not expecting today to see otherwise. I said it from the start that Egypt are not.
These are the only teams in this round that have not won a game yet. These are the only teams that
and both of them will have to win at the end of the day.
They can be dangerous teams. They can be dangerous teams. All these teams that didn't do in the group stages or
Congo actually did well. For whatever I don't understand how they
didn't win the
game. Egypt on the other hand, I can count themselves very lucky to be here, and I think that their journey is good.
But maybe it's also you over excited about DR Congo that they played well but they didn't win the game. How can you play well and don't win the game?
It happens. They didn't lose the game either, so glass half.
Yeah, anyways, that's cup half empty or half full. All right, Cape Verde, Mauritania looks like this is tilted towards the Cape Verdeans, right?
Yeah, but again, I watched that Mauritania game against Algeria. Mauritania did not steal a win against Algeria. They absolutely played them from start to finish.
They worked for it.
The game that Algeria needed to win. So obviously, we see what Cape Verde have done in this tournament again. One of those teams that have caught everybody's fancy so far. I mean, I'm tempted to go towards Cape Verde. I'm going Cape Verde, but it's not going to be easy.
Should Senegal be wary of Ivory Coast?
Yeah.
This is my.
They have nothing to lose.
That Ivory Coast are going to knock Senegal out.
I also think so. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be the VAR penalty.
I think Senegal will knock them out.
I mean, it makes sense.
We shouldn't do any analysis paralysis here.
No, see, you're always coming out with your analysis paralysis, whatever. I don't know if change. But I mean, the manner at which Ivory Coast qualified means that they go in there, they've seen the wrath of the people, they've seen the reaction. The fact that they're even going into that game without a manager, that's what I'm saying, without a coach.
You think they sacked him still believing they could qualify, or the sacked knowing that
I think of all the they were just lucky. The game between Tanzania and Congo yesterday was what confirmed the qualification of Ivory Coast.
I understand that if the game escorted the Moroccan team to their
hotel, yes,
celebrating and being
that 1-0 victory was actually what brought in Cameroon back into this tournament. Cote d'Ivoire, and you could see the reaction, you could see the fans. They were jubilating as if they won the AFCON.
They partied all night.
They partied all night.
On foot.
Followed
the bus to the hotel.
To the hotel to say thank you for keeping us in this tournament. So they have that on their minds, and they feel like I was so Samuel fused. It was so overjoyed, so excited. Yes, they may not have had the best of tournament,
but you know, it's also important in tournaments, in competitions, that the hosts go a bit far. You don't want your host to be out in the group stages because, I mean, for the spirit of the tournament,
energy goes cold.
The fans have brought the energy. The locals have brought the energy already, and you want that to go a bit farther into the tournament. But hey, looks like Senegal will outlast them on Monday. But Tuesday gives up some very classic African football ties, African matchups. I like the look of Morocco, South Africa. It gives me some AFCON 2002, AFCON 2004 vibes. Mali, Burkina Faso also is a proper AFCON fixture where you're going to see your Diabates, you're going to see your Fofana.
That's going to be pure African football on display.
There is no AFCON without a Fofana. If you enter any AFCON that there is no Fofana there is no AFCON. So you're going to, it's a classic, AFCON tie. And trust me, this round of 16 looks like it's going to take the level of excitement to another level, to another realm, I must say. All right, let's take some calls if you want to join in. 091-36,000. 410. Which of the round of 16 ties are you looking for to aside from Nigeria against Cameroon? That kicks off by 9 p.m. at the Félix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan. All right, you can also join us, drop your messages on Facebook as well. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can do us a text as well, 091-36,430. Be open to hear from you, and hear from you. We're going to do right now. Our first caller has joined us. Hello. Hi, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise. All right. Okay. Looks like our caller's joining. Hello. I can hear you loud and clear. Welcome to the show. Uche, welcome.
I'm looking forward to Congo versus
Egypt.
Congo versus Egypt, and the whole nation and the other countries. So I'm looking forward to that game and the Super Eagles.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
You were saying yesterday that
Hello, Che.
Yesterday we end in bonus round.
I told them. Yeah. How dare you go through the group stages without a game ending goalless? All right, thank you very much for calling still. We had 3 goalless games yesterday to wrap up the group stages. And I'm sure that we're not going to see a repeat of that in the round of 16.
They should go less.
You see it a lot.
You know?
You think things are going to be cagey?
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is you.
Yeah, you remember where you're calling from?
Yeah. My name is Wumi.
Okay, Wumi,
I particularly love your analysis, gentlemen. You are giving an incisive, in-depth into the competition. And we really give you that praise. May the Lord continue to work stronger.
Amen.
I think the one I'm really particular about Nigeria, Cameroon, is the Ocean and Senegal. There's this emotional feel brought to the analysis concerning the host and the way they reacted when they qualified. So maybe that one's going to be enough motivation. I'm not sticking my neck out, just like you did, Mr. Wale. You sort of be very, very practical about it, which logically anybody will reason along with you. So your line of reasoning, and I buy that. But when you look at the emotional feel, just like the Zambia circumstances when they lost their players, and then they have to come back via the emotional route, and you are able to bring out the memory for the memory of the lost ones. I think that might play out again here. For example, that they are hosting, and they somehow Providence brought them back, give them a lifeline. So I'm giving it that benefit of doubt. That's the judgment.
Wumi, thank you very much for your thoughts. Let's move on to the next caller. ASAP. Hello, good evening.
Hello, yes.
Hi, you remember where you're calling from? You need to speak up, okay? We can barely hear you from this end.
Can you hear me?
Oh, better now.
Yes. The God gave the children of Israel victory.
Greatest
in the wilderness. We still give Man City victory over all these allegations that Premier League are bringing.
Did you support Pep Guardiola who attacked Jeffrey today?
That president is just, I don't want to use foul language. He's just saying rubbish. We defeated you on the court. So you are not respecting court.
I think Greatness makes a very good point here, Tino Young. That Jeffrey, who is a lawyer himself, is prejudging the case. There's only talking about the case. Let the court settle it. And that's what Pep says, saying that. I think Pep came from, he used the word today and he said, let me find the quote. Pep Guardiola today, who was speaking and responding to Alexander Chavis, he told him to keep quiet about Man City's 115 Premier League charges and told him that as a lawyer, he should not prejudge their case. Jeffrey has to be careful here because he still has internal wars to fight. I understand he's trying to extend his tenure to last till 2031.
I think he's allowing himself to be influenced by the Super League wars.
Yeah, he's playing to the gallery.
He still has at the back of his mind, the teams that quote and unquote betrayed UEFA to join the Super League initially, even though they eventually came back. So maybe I think that's what this is. Like Pep said, just let the court decide. Although I don't see how the court decision. If the court does not find one single charge inside one assistant, I don't know what to say again.
Jeffrey said this week that UEFA were correct to give City a 2-year suspension from European competitions. A ban CAS overturned in 2020. So Jeffrey was talking to the Daily Telegraph and he said, "We know we were right. We wouldn't decide if we didn't think we were right." All right, still more on Man City. Calvin Phillips set to complete a loan move to West Ham. Okwemi is definitely going to get games over there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I trust David Moyes. And Calvin Phillips comes with a lot of experience, an English player. He certainly wants to be in the best of shape going into the Euros, which I think England stand a big chance of winning. Looking at how they've progressed in the last few years, European final loss, semi-final of the World Cup. So I just have a feeling that he needs to be in good shape. The experience had not worked. Moving from Leeds to Manchester City, it's not a bad bad player as such.
But I think that he said he's not been a bad player, but I think that he's been too nice.
And that's what I'm saying. Is
in the sense that he hasn't really confronted his man.
He hasn't acted like he's not comfortable with how he's been treated.
Drop Rodri, one of the best players.
I'm not saying drop Rodri, but I think the body language should be like,
I can be used. I can play.
I can contribute.
See, whether you like it or not.
The player realizes that it's really not good enough for that level.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Although I think occasionally when he's had a chance to play that player and
he's not covered himself in glory.
I'm not
he
sure
didn't do anything to justify that. You could make strong push for him. He's not even doing so well. And funny enough, the English players were just unnecessarily quiet about him. Probably because they feel like, regardless of whether he plays at his club or not, he's going to make it into Ghana. Sometimes I wonder if 𝗵𝗵 and what is his name now? Harry Maguire has 𝗬𝗏 news. The way he brings them into the national team, whether they play for their clubs or not. But it's a strong opportunity for him again to prove that he can do it. Even though West Ham are not at the level of Manchester City, but he can actually show that, hey, I can actually get this done. I can prove to the world that I'm not as bad as Pep Guardiola. No, maybe not Pep. As my game at Man City made me look.
All right, still brought to you by 𝗪𝗪𝗪, the segment of the show, Sports Cruise on Mainland 90.3. City are playing Spurs tomorrow in the FA Cup, right? I can't remember what round of the FA Cup it is, but I think it is the...
I think it should be quarterfinals. Yeah. Arsenal got knocked out by at the fourth round.
It's the fourth round.
It's still the fourth round.
It's the fourth round. Erling Haaland will still not make his comeback. That's what Pep Guardiola says in the game. But one player making his comeback tomorrow, Sunday Young, should be James Maddison for Spurs, and timely return. But also credit to Spurs for still remaining in the mix despite despite that curse you placed on them. They have still been in the picture. I don't think they're in the title race, but they're still, in the periphery.
They've held their own.
Yeah.
They've held their own. I'll give it to 𝗪𝗪𝗪. He has outlasted my agenda. So yes, I absolutely give it to him.
So you're on side right now with Ange?
I don't
He's indifferent.
Yeah, that's the word. I'm indifferent. Before I was actively against him because he was doing some things, but now I just don't care. I'm just in the middle. It's a good.
So you can let him go because Chelsea are playing well now.
No, maybe really. It's not. It was never about Chelsea.
So never linked to Chelsea.
But one thing I have to pull out of this, you talk about Haaland, not being close to recovery yet, brushed past that, and they talked about Maddison and gave Tottenham credit for staying afloat while Maddison was injured. But literally any other club that has Haaland,
crush Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne.
Let's even leave De Bruyne and say only Haaland with the goals he produced. Every other club would use that as an excuse to against us. But for whatever, we keep holding Man City to this ridiculously.
They're just a victim of their own standard. Yes.
And it's not a bad thing to do.
It's not,
because when you've reached the height and you've stayed there for a very long time,
people just expect that this should be the list of what you should come up with.
You understand that? You understand that?
You become everybody's standard. Yeah. Everybody wants to beat City.
I don't know if I've said it here before. City are the gold standard, not only in the Premier League, but in Europe.
In what football?
Of Europe, yes. They are the gold standard. So when
everybody knows Man City,
there could be questions.
Everybody knows Man City. It is.
It's just like Chelsea. They don't have standards, so we cannot hold them to standards.
The most successful Premier League team of the last.
Can we move on, please? Yeah,
does not stand.
Yeah, let's move on.
The biggest club in London.
Someone that supports a club that has not. You are not even married. When after last one,
I'm a football fan. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show. All right, that caller has to join us right now. Hello, I'm going to wait. Hi, good evening.
Hello, hi.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Obina. I'm calling from Agopa as well.
Obina from Agopa as welcome. How's Agopa this evening? Is there traffic?
Yeah,
that place is notorious for traffic.
Not more traffic. I just came back. Not more traffic.
All right, nice one. Welcome.
Please, I do follow your programs, and most times your analysis is top notch.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, today I'm kind of worried on the analysis I have from 𝗪𝗪 and 𝗪𝗪𝗪 as regards to the best team of the group stage of the Nations Cup and the best player. When 𝗪𝗪 was saying
he said it was Osimhen.
𝗪𝗪 was saying is Nigeria fellow is the best coach, while 𝗪𝗪 was saying is
Osimhen.
Nigerian striker. I'm serious. So I kind of worry. They really want this game, or are they saying it on patriotic level of as a Nigerian? If you give Pesero the best coach of the group stages, then what do you say about the Senegalese coach? What do you say about the Senegalese team?
I never called Pesero the best coach.
I was one that called Pesero the best coach, and I will stand by it.
But he's still not comfortable with the choice.
What pattern do Nigerian team play?
Wait, was anybody expecting Senegal to play less than they did?
It's not, no, the analysis that you are giving to so many people that are listening to you who are not watching the match, you think that what you are saying or whatever. It's not important. Was anybody expecting Nigeria will be playing like this? No. I think this thing has no. I didn't see any panache. I didn't see any information that they are playing. Look at their last match. They barely win. A team that made almost 10 things. And we are rating Nigeria team as the best team of the crusade with the coach.
All right, thank you very much, Obina, for your thoughts right there.
Well, can I quickly respond to that? Just a few seconds.
You respond after. I already took the next call. Yeah, so you respond after this. Hello.
I'm listening.
Hello, Obina, are you still there?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, all right. So Okpa wants to respond.
So what I mean is this: a lot of us knew that Senegal, being the defending champion, they were going to come into this Nations Cup as the best team in the Nations Cup. Even the rankings, everybody gave it to Senegal. But why I decided to give it to 𝗃 was that, one, we've not lost a game. We qualified with 7 points. However, where the goals came, the most important thing is that not like the goals were controversial, not like we didn't deserve those games that we had. Against Equatorial Guinea, we felt we were better. Against Ivory Coast, we played one of the best games we played in a very long time. Against Guinea-Bissau, we could have gone either ways, and we still qualified. How many people actually get? In short, I think people should actually bring the credit to the table for me. The fact that I stuck with the Super Eagles from day one, even without the draws, even if anything was done, that we're going to go far and win this AFCON. So who am I supposed to think is the best team of the group stage? Is the Super Eagles we've not lost? How many people actually thought we were going to come this far in this Nations Cup?
All right,
come on, guys.
Thank you very much for your response. Let's take the next caller. Hi, good evening. Hello, Sports Crews, welcome to the show. All right, looks like you might just have to call back and let's take the next caller. Hello, good evening. Anybody home?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, bro. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Matthew speaking.
I didn't get the name?
This is Matthew speaking.
Okay, Matthew, go on.
I kind of like support the last caller. What the last caller is actually saying, I think Tunde Anope, Pasero, best manager. So what we call the previous manager? What we call the previous manager? Yeah. Sorry, he's my friend. What we call the previous manager? Or I would rather even put Kudus than put Osimhen as the best player of the tournament. Are you kidding me?
That's my own pick, man.
Hey, you can make your pick too.
Yeah. Me. I know it's your opinion, but your opinion can be counted now.
Yeah, we are not saying you can't. Go on, please.
Yeah, so I would rather pick Kevet manager than pick Pasero or pick Kudus than pick Osimhen. But what have we done? Osimhen has scored just a goal, home goal, and what again?
All right, thank you very much for your comments right there. I think that the whole Osimhen and Pesero thing just doesn't sit really right with.
But
I think that Aliu Cisse is the coach of the tournament so far. His team is the only team to have won all 3 games, 9 points. They've only considered one.
But we knew.
But Victor Osimhen has scored only 1 goal. Is your player of the group stages?
Yeah.
No, that you don't know. Your math is not mathing.
See, I'm sure a lot of people feel comfortable with my choice of Nso being my player of the tournament so far. Obviously, because where it's coming from. But
do you want to fold and just change your choice?
No, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to stick with the Super Eagles from start to finish until the end of this tournament.
So wait. So are you picking Pesero out of the fact that I have backed Super Eagles to win this tournament? That's why it's going to be man.
I'm picking Pesero because he has
changed. Is it based on the merits?
No. Yes, absolutely based on merit. Because a lot of people didn't think he could have that mind, that liver. I don't want to use the wrong word, to make that decision of dropping of picking Owambili ahead of one who everybody thought I was going to be the number 1 goalkeeper. You cannot take that gamble at the start of a tournament.
It's your choice. It's all good. By the way, Iñaki Williams, just 2 days after helping Ghana get up to the tournament,
yesterday,
he was helping Athletic
for his younger brother.
And
good game.
Yeah,
As long as Barcelona is knocked out, it's good game. I don't care. It's a good game.
All right, but let's take another caller. Still hearing from you. Hello, good evening, Sports Cruise. Hello, good evening. Are you home?
Hello.
Hey, good evening to you. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is
It's Roger, my man. Go on.
Why we are overlooking a team that tried the home country 4-0, and we won that same team 1-0. And you are picking Nigeria, the Nigerian coach ahead of that coach.
Kill me today.
A lot of people are looking up to you. So at times, your analysis should be objective.
I didn't give a betting code. I didn't give a betting code.
We are not talking about betting code for goodness sake.
Okay.
So, people who listen to you every day want to hear the facts alone. Why will you talk about Pasero when the Equatorial Guinea is?
All right, thank you very much. Quickly, let's switch it up to Liverpool and to the young. One final booked, that's Wembley against Chelsea later on in February, I think February 25. 2 more to go, and maybe another Premier League title is on the way. Can Liverpool do it?
I personally don't think so. I don't think so.
They are favourites against Chelsea, you know that, right? With or without Salah?
It doesn't matter. I don't think Liverpool are going to beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final. I don't know what you expected me to say otherwise.
I understand.
The title of today's show should be called Delusion.
Or Basbos.
Or Deluded.
Okay. I have a different title, but no matter.
We have a tweet title.
I have a different title, but I'm tongue-tied.
So, so he doesn't think that Liverpool's going to win all 4 titles. But remember, that last time they were here, I talked about it. They played. So basically, if Liverpool go all the way, they'll play 63 games. So the only 2 times they've done that was 2000, 2001, when they won the UEFA Cup, they won the FA Cup, and won the League Cup as well. It was like a domestic treble of a sort. They also played 63 games this season. What year was that? 2020, when they won the Champions League. When they won the domestic cups.
When they won the domestic cups, they said they won.
That's 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Now
they
they are also, the prospect is tantalizing. They've got a game on City. I think they've got one more game than City, but they lead by 5 points. City still have to come to Anfield, so maybe there's advantage Liverpool in the title race. I think that it's advantage Liverpool against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Anybody can win.
So you have Liverpool doing the treble.
No, Liverpool could probably win 3 titles this season. It's possible. Very much possible.
I doubt it.
If City could win the treble, why can't they win the treble?
I'm going to go ahead and say Liverpool are finishing trophyless.
It might not just be the proper treble. It might not just be the proper treble, because the proper treble is the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. And they're not in the Champions League. But they are favourites in the Europa League as well. I think they're the best team in the Europa League.
Yeah, actually, I'll give you the Europa League.
Yeah,
so they're probably not going to go trophyless. Europa League is there. The FA Cup final, I think Chelsea have revenge on their mind.
You will cry.
Yeah. Okay.
This time you will cry. All right, we have to wrap things up, but we'll wrap it up with one last caller. Hello, Sports Cruise. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
Yeah, how you guys doing? Good evening.
This is Oṣoᴡᴏ now.
Yeah, this is Oṣoᴏ.
Hi, welcome.
Oᴘᴇ is giving people emotional damage.
Oᴘᴏ wants to fold, bro. He doesn't want to spoil his
I'm not folding yet.
And I don't understand why people are taking this thing so emotional. Opinion. Anybody can have an opinion. I don't know. The kind of Italian thing. It was more of defense. It's still one line in local. That was their pattern of play all through the tournament 4-4. If you remember. And if you look at it, in 2006, it was really defense. It didn't come any goals. They were lucky at some point. It was still a game. It was penalty. But after that, they played a typical Italian type of game. But I mean, 2013, as Nigeria progressed in the tournament, became better. Yeah, well, I don't know. We're playing the same line, but hopefully that's what the end like.
Thank you very much for your thoughts. That's how much we can take this evening on the show. There's more to come tomorrow as we wrap up the week and then take a look at the big games for the weekend. I'm sure Tunde and Oᴘᴏ will take you into that by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks for being a part of the show. And that's it from us. Good night. Bye-bye.
to Way Back Waves with Rio.
Yes, it is 7 p.m. in the city of Lagos Metropolis, and this is Rio back on the MIC. Of course, it is Way Back Waves on your airwaves. It's good to be back on radio, and today is the 25th day of the month of January 2024. Time check once again is 7 p.m. Of course, if you're stuck in traffic, this is the perfect time to keep it locked on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos, as we're about to grace